It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. Mahatma Gandhi. The Mahatma's words ring true today more than ever, simply because the world we live in has changed forever. The advent of the coronavirus pandemic made us witness scenes of horror, suffering, and heartbreak like never before. Nationwide lockdowns turned bustling cities into dystopian. Vast, massive crowds jostled to get beds in hospitals. Families broke. People waged wars for medicines and injections, and worse yet, people had to take to social media to beg for life-giving oxygen cylinders. 2021, perhaps, was one of the worst years for the global health crisis since the bubonic plague of the 14th century, which killed an estimated 50 million people across Africa, Asia, and Europe. The pandemic and its aftermath have raised vital questions about the preparedness of governments, institutions, and one's well-being. We hadn't seen it coming. No one could. Let's talk about your health, which is most important to your progress. The year was 2020 when coronavirus cases started cropping up across the globe, followed by last-minute efforts to contain the spread of this invisible yet deadly foe. The microscopic cell had ground every nation, from the richest and most developed to the developing and poor, to a sudden halt. In many metropolitan cities, the scenes looked like war zones, with containment zones and day curfews implemented as martial law set in. This was just a small part of the unprecedented wrath the pandemic would unleash upon the world. The bigger impact was the loss of lives. The pandemic did not just affect people in India, but as it spread, it turned into almost an end-of-the-world scenario, killing close to 7 million people globally in its destructive wake. During the initial outbreak, India too plunged headfirst into containing the spread of the virus. Doctors nationwide were quick to announce that people with stronger immune systems had a much better chance of beating the sickness and urged everyone to follow a balanced and nutrient-rich daily diet. It is a known fact that there is no cure for viral infections. The best bet was to consciously stay healthy and keep oneself physically fit to overcome the coronavirus variants. Historically in India, physical fitness has been a vital part of one's mental and physical well-being. For thousands of years, people have been practicing various forms of yoga, which has, over centuries, proven to be extremely beneficial to the mind and body. As part of the tradition, the elderly would always prompt the young to maintain their health and seek mental peace and strength of the body. But as the years passed into the modern age, a hectic pace of life took over, with people finding less time to focus on themselves, weakening their immune systems due to a lack of proper nutrition and physical fitness. As if from a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, it took an unprecedented calamity like coronavirus to jolt people out of this stupor and realize the importance of physical health. Our physical health depends on our immune system, and it is first important to understand how it functions. An internal mechanism that protects the body from external threats as soon as a virus or bacteria attacks our bodies. This amazing defense system is activated and set in motion to counter the ill effects of infection. Hence, it is most important to build a good immune system. Did you know Mahatma Gandhi was a proponent of fitness and health? And one of the many books he had authored, one of his most famous works, was Key to Health. Gandhi's teachings insist on gaining knowledge of oneself and body to lead a healthy life. He states that the human body is composed of 5 elements, which ancient philosophers have described as earth, water, light, air, and vacancy or ether. He believed in nature's ability to heal and the body's ability to regain composure. But the interplay of the above said elements is an absolute necessity in paving the way. Breathing exercises for those who can't breathe, sleeping under the sky, hydrotherapy, and sunbathing are all Gandhiji's advice for improving health. But unfortunately, today we have polluted our earth, water, and air, all of which help us to maintain and regain health. For example, in recent years, it has been nearly impossible to live in the majority of big cities, which have been consistently named some of the most polluted cities in the world. The impact of this level of pollution has caused major health and economic crisis for India and many other nations. According to recent reports, the risk of heart disease has also spiked among youngsters due to an inactive lifestyle and bad eating habits. In the last 5 years, there has been a rapid increase in people succumbing to heart problems. Most of these cases include men and women in the age group of 30 to 50 years. It's almost as if the life expectancy of the average human being has taken a hit for the worst. In the breakneck speed of competitive lives, people do not have time to prioritize their physical and mental health and are falling prey to physical and mental ailments. In such a situation, it would not be wrong to say that we have become a part of a generation that is unable to prioritize health, which is paramount. So what does it mean to stay fit? Many people count physical appearance as a major marker of good health. But do you know that fitness' real meaning goes beyond just physical attributes? Stay tuned, because we will uncover the concept of health layer by layer in the next episode. Tell me something. What do you look like when you look at yourself in the mirror? Thin, lean, fat, obese, or normal? Being overweight or underweight is perceived to be an immediate marker of one's physical fitness. The leaner you are, the fitter you are supposed to be. In a fiercely competitive world, it is not uncommon for people to aspire to fit into the trend of lean is mean. Unfortunately, people on the opposite spectrum are often even subjected to body shaming. The moment we put on even a little weight, negative comments and taunts galore are shot at us. Mother Nature is a fascinating designer. Just like how each animal species has different capabilities to evolve and adapt to the environment, humans too are vastly different from each other. No two people have the same stamina or fitness levels. For instance, a lean individual can sprint up a flight of stairs and not even break a sweat, whereas an overweight person would lose breath after covering just a few steps. The fascinating thing about nature is that these scenarios can also be swapped. An overweight person can cover long distances without as much as having to draw breath, while a lean individual might run out of energy after hardly walking a block. But don't get confused. Experts also say that obesity or weight loss is not necessarily a sign of one's poor fitness. However, it is a cause of disease in some cases. Now, the million-dollar question here is, what are the parameters of a fit body? How does one measure fitness? If being lean or overweight is not necessarily a sign of one's health, how does one identify fitness markers? We know how weight can affect physical appearance and pose performance issues. The key here is to understand how our bodies function physically, but on a cellular level. Another vital question to ask in regard to health and fitness here, and I'm sure you have wondered about it too, is what is the reason behind one's weight gain or loss? How can some people get away with eating a lot of junk food and not put on an ounce of weight, while others pile on pounds just by eating very little? It is also important to note that, on average, people who are overweight tend to have hunger pangs more frequently than lean or thin people who don't feel as hungry, and vice versa. For the answer to this puzzle, we need to understand how our body absorbs nutrition in a process called metabolism. Metabolism is the process of breaking down food into glucose, which is the essential source of energy we need to survive. Everything we do requires energy, even to sleep at night. Think, react, and perform tasks. Our bodies need the power to function through the active and inactive hours. Metabolism is the system that works 24/7 for us to provide the body with energy. This is a significant reason why about 85% of health problems arise from bad metabolism. One's metabolism defines whether or not one will put on weight by eating very little, by eating a lot, or not. Many of us struggle to lose weight, while others are frustrated with not putting on any. This is the impact of metabolism, which affects one's physical condition, affecting one's movement, balance, and posture. Hence, it is important, not just for the overweight, but also for the lean and thin, to exercise to stay healthy. Exercise consumes energy, which must be replenished with proper nutrition, and the better the nutrition, the stronger the metabolism, and the stronger and more agile our mind and body. A beautiful body is a fit body. Every man aspires to have a toned and muscular physique, while women crave an attractive figure. But many of us do not understand that fitness is not about losing weight or gaining muscle alone. The best example of this can be seen in football players, who are relatively much leaner with a low body fat percentage than, say, sumo wrestlers, who have pounds and pounds of mass. Between the two, the footballer is far more flexible and agile, can swiftly move with more ease and flexibility, and is the fitter. A fit body exhibits good shape, balance, and body posture. Your metabolism ultimately decides if you're able to give your 100% or not. If you still feel mentally and physically energetic after a hectic day at work, it is a sign of a fit body and great metabolism. Your fitness level can be ascertained by the amount of time it takes to perform physical or mental tasks. Even if you do not regularly engage in physical activities, you can still gauge your fitness through some key factors. The first is body composition. Through a test called the BMI, or the Measurement of Body Mass Index, fat and muscle can be detected. which are the foundations of our fitness. The stronger the joints and muscles, the fitter the structure of your body. If you exercise regularly at the gym, the trainer would have advised you to increase or decrease the weight according to your body composition by factoring in your height, age, weight, and bone structure. In simpler words, your body mass index. The second is flexibility. Flexibility is the ability of the joints to move unrestrictedly and pain-free. This varies from person to person, but minimum ranges are necessary to maintain joint and total body health. An inactive lifestyle can majorly affect flexibility over time as our bodies get physically lethargic and weaker. Have you seen some of the Tai Chi practitioners? Many of them are well into their 60s and 70s, but still can give men and women half their age a run for their money when it comes to flexibility. This is because of their physically active lifestyle. Taking a cue to prolong one's flexibility, one should indulge in exercise to lose weight and maintain the strength of the joints. The third is cardiovascular fitness. The heart is a vital organ. The healthier it is, the better it will be to pump blood through our arteries and veins, which are carriers of oxygen and essential nutrients throughout our body. For this, one needs clear arteries and veins without obstructions like fat deposits and clots, and this depends on how good our diet is and how active our lifestyle is. Likewise, even the health of the lungs, another vital organ, depends on these critical factors. The cleaner the airways, the easier it is for the oxygen to get absorbed in the blood. Cardiovascular activities like running or playing a sport greatly strengthen the heart and lungs. The fourth is muscle strength. Bones and muscles form the skeletal structure of the body. They are the foundations of a solid physical system. Improved muscular endurance develops the strength to perform physical tasks over time. For example, if you're asked to jog a mile, you will feel tired and refuse to do it a second time if asked again. This is because of low muscular stamina. But the amazing thing about the human body is that through such resistance training, one can strengthen the muscles to endure over time and improve one's physical fitness by supplementing the lost energy with proper nutrition and rest. In most people, obesity is the root cause of a lot of health problems, but being underweight is an equally dangerous risk. It is commonly perceived that of the two, people who are lean risk health complications much less than overweight people. But this cannot be farther from the truth. Just as an overweight person can suffer from complications caused by lifestyle and dietary choices, even a lean person can risk problems while looking slim and healthy on the outside. Eating disorders cause many health issues, which is why it is important to focus and work towards getting fit and not looking leaner or thinner. It all boils down to one's metabolism, which is directly affected by one's habits and lifestyle. Have you heard of the great Gama, the famous Indian wrestler? Throughout his professional career, Gama fought and won over 5,000 matches. His diet and routine were so inspiring that even the great Bruce Lee was an avid follower of his training routine and would read articles about him and how he employed his exercises to build his legendary strength for wrestling, which Lee quickly incorporated into his routine. Some of Gama's training routines Lee used included the cat stretch and the squat, also known as the deep knee bend. Gama is quoted as saying, "Without proper metabolism, one cannot gain mental strength, let alone the physical capacity to exercise. A good laugh and a long sleep are the best cures in the doctor's book. A smile or an occasional hearty laugh is a sign of a healthy mind. Laughter is the best medicine, and a person's mind is just as important as physical fitness." According to a WHO report, about 7.5% of India's population, which constitutes 15% of the entire world, faces issues pertaining to one's mental health. Impatience, irritability, erratic sleep, and struggle to deal with delays and obstacles are all signs of mental stress. Stress is a significant contributor to ailments like chronic depression, an increasing phenomenon among youngsters. Mental depression does not affect the mind alone. Its impact can be seen in one's physical limitations as well. Low confidence, lack of energy, and inactivity. All of these symptoms lead to drastic gain or loss in one's weight. A lot of people use food as a coping mechanism for their mental struggles, which directly affects their metabolism. As a result, cases of obesity or anorexia on the opposite spectrums add to one's depression. According to the World Health Organization, or WHO, statistics, 1 out of every 6 women and 1 out of every 6 men suffer from depression, weight problems, or physical appearance. Thus, it is crucial to understand how metabolism, physical fitness, and mental health are interconnected. For the better, the pandemic has, to some extent, also worked towards spreading awareness about physical and mental wellness among people. Stay tuned as in our next episode, we will discuss how the life-threatening corona also has, on the other hand, made people aware of their health. Good health is not something we can buy. However, it can be a precious savings account. American clinical psychologist Ann Wilson Schaaf was right when she rated good health as the biggest wealth. If you lose money, it can be recovered, but if your health is depleted, it triggers a domino effect of ailments in your life. Possessing a healthy body is no less than a blessing. Good health ensures that we are able to engage in daily activities, give 100% to every priority, and progress unhindered through life. That's why the elders and doctors are always quick to remind us to maintain our fitness. These days, as processed food is fast replacing organic food on shelves and groceries, it is essential to maintain immunity as the best precaution. The shockwaves of the corona were felt globally and opened up discussions about self-awareness, hygiene, and immunity. Even in India, it has been observed that precaution, cleanliness, diet, and health are now being treated as paramount. During the outbreak, a Facebook survey called Turn the Tide revealed that there had been a spike of 120% in online searches in regard to health and immunity in the country. The 2021 report verified that 40% of Indians desire to purchase more vitamins, Ayurvedic products, and nutrient-rich food compared to pre-pandemic years. Along with this, people have also become alert about the use of packaged and processed food. In this survey, 44% of Indians were keen to invest in healthy and fresh food. Also, 85% of the families said they would stick with this shift in their choice. The corona pandemic has also made people realize home-cooked food's importance. It was revealed in this very survey that most people in the age group of 18 to 45 years now preferred home-cooked food, along with 91% of Indians who now consciously wash their hands more than before. Products like hand sanitizers and hand washes are disappearing off the shelves. Not only this, but there has also been a tremendous increase in the demand and supply of these products. In the first wave of the pandemic, the demand for sanitizer and hygiene-based products was reported to have increased by 14%. The online search for strengthening immunity had also grown more than twice through the period. Among the new online buyers, demand had also increased by 1.45% in home care and 1.3% in personal care. It is easy to observe the change in the attitudes and thought processes towards fitness, especially post-pandemic. More people have also begun practicing yoga and engaging in cardiovascular activity. Not only this, but people now are also adopting home remedies over allopathy and traditional medicine with go-to organic mixes like turmeric milk and basil extract, which have become a part of the daily routine in many homes. Gyms are abuzz with activity, and Indians have reportedly also increased their diet consumption of protein and vitamins. Interestingly, many people have also begun to avoid and distance themselves from fast foods, white flour, and white sugar. Research conducted by Mintal India in the year 2021 shone further light on the changes in lifestyle and habits of the people during the pandemic. A reported 3 types of changes were seen in the habits of Indians, where about 52% introduced brown rice and organic fruits in their daily diet, and 55% were more focused on improving their diet and strengthening their immunity. It was also reported that 57% had also started jogging and cycling. It is not rare anymore to notice cyclists on the roads each morning and evening. As a direct and positive result of this shift in lifestyle and choices, average of 9 out of 20 people have improved their sleep cycles, with reduced stress levels compared with the pre-pandemic period. People reportedly had also begun to feel a lot more energetic and refreshed than before. Even women, who were reported to be less conscious about health 2 years ago, have now become frontrunners in spreading awareness about physical and mental fitness. The waves also flagged off many advertising campaigns that ran awareness programs and guidance on television and radio. As responsible citizens, people shared and promoted healthy habits on social media under many different hashtags. Never before had the world come together as a unit to fend off such a formidable foe. People began their days with a dash of lemon water, a good source of vitamin C, and various other nutritious combinations that were mostly organic, clean, and not processed. With some mixes like decoction, the Ministry of Ayush also had to issue advisories. There were trials and errors galore in a frenzy to boost immunity, proving that too much of anything is equally harmful. Among the many things people began incorporating into their daily lives was Ayurveda. People began to consume giloy tablets and chyawanprash to strengthen their immunity. A cooked mixture of sugar, honey, ghee, Indian gooseberry or amla jam, sesame oil, berries, and various herbs and spices is prepared as per the instructions suggested in Ayurvedic texts. Did you know that chyawanprash is an ancient formulation and product? Various ancient texts like the Mahabharata, Puranas, etc. relate that the Ashvin twins, royal physicians during Vedic times, first prepared this combination for a guru named Shyavana Rishi, from whom the product derives its name. First prepared at the guru's ashram in Dosi Hill near Namaul, Haryana, India. The history of the chyawanprash goes back to the BCE and continues to be consumed widely across India as a natural and organic remedy for several immunity-related ailments. One thing must be noted and followed as a thumb rule if you want to stay fit and healthy. The stronger your body is, the better the immunity. Simply considering being lean as being fit is a misconception. Gautama Buddha said, "Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship." Each of us has a different notion about fitness, and one size doesn't fit all. So how does one understand general fitness? Being lean is commonly perceived as a sign of good health compared to putting on weight. But the truth is that even a lean individual can suffer from ailments like high or low blood pressure, fluctuating sugar levels, and others. So what does proper fitness mean? For most people, the answer lies in weight loss. But apart from a lean composition, your breathing, heart rate, and muscular endurance contribute to your fitness levels. Try this. Climb 4 consecutive flights of stairs and clock yourself. This will easily test the condition of your heart. According to a study presented by Spanish researchers, it was said that if you can climb 50 stairs in under a minute, then your heart is absolutely fit. The presenter of this study, Jesus Pereiro, MD, a cardiologist at Hospital Coruña in Spain, also said that if you can't climb 50 stairs in a minute, you must consult a doctor. However, if you cannot climb 50 stairs in a minute, it isn't a matter for you to panic. You can build up to the benchmark by practicing daily routines, by setting short fitness goals. Rome wasn't built in a day, so give it time, and you will see results. Again, the idea is not to lose weight or get lean, but to build your muscular endurance and the capacity of your heart. Because if you can perform all your tasks actively every day without hindrance, then you are fit. The common perception about unfit people is that they do not follow proper nutrition or are unaware of how to get fit. It is easy for a lean person to think that since he looks thin, he can get away with eating anything. The fact is that many lean people do not put on an ounce of weight, even after eating generous portions of food daily. This gives them the confidence to continue with their dietary habits, which is a big mistake. Fast food or processed products are low, or in many cases, lack the essential nutrition required to replenish lost energy. Many of the products are detrimental to health as well, so if you are not putting on weight because of a lack of proper nutrition, you are at a risk of diabetes and other diseases. Another misconception common among lean people is that they do not require health checkups as frequently as overweight people do. People suffering from obesity suffer from high levels of bad cholesterol or LDL, but even with lean people, these levels can be quite high. The key to understanding this is metabolism, the process responsible for the absorption of nutrition into our bodies. Some cases of high cholesterol can also be genetic. In such cases, it does not matter whether you are under or overweight. A condition like this will pose health problems that, when not checked and treated, can even become life-threatening. So what is cholesterol? The liver produces a thick fat-like substance called lipids. To perform different bodily functions, it is necessary to have a minimum level of good cholesterol in the body. It is needed to perform cell membranes and digest vitamin D and many hormones such as estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, cortisol, and aldosterone. Even if you are lean and look fit, it does not mean your immunity is strong. One's physical weight can never decide immunity. It, on the contrary, works on a cellular level and protects us from infections and diseases. First discussed by Russian scientist Il Menikov and French microbiologist Louis Pasteur, Immunity was initially considered a defense mechanism against infection or disease, but it was later discovered that it also provides our bodies the energy to fight against toxins and also helps in recovery. It is also responsible for replacing dead cells with new ones. A balanced and nutrient-rich diet is essential to boosting one's immunity, regardless of whether you are lean or overweight. You will always suffer from lethargy and constant fatigue if you are skinny. Your heartbeat will not be normal. You will feel restless, have difficulty breathing, and may also suffer from anemia. The deficiency of iron and vitamin B12 in the body causes anemia, a serious condition where your blood lacks the cells that carry oxygen through your body. This occurs mainly due to a lack of proper nutrition. We have seen people struggling to get slim. Looking lean and achieving a particular size and body type has become a trend. Everyone is busy paying so much attention to their physical appearance that they seldom give priority to their true internal fitness. People even resort to practicing diet deprivation, which leads to a severe mental illness known as anorexia, which is also known as the fear of putting on weight. There are two reported types of this ailment. In the first one, an individual stops eating to lose weight, but in the second, which is mostly fatal, people stop eating altogether. These two ailments are born out of one's lifestyle, peer pressure, and the stress of fitting in and being hip. While mental and other social factors also contribute to its effects, in some cases, the disease is also reported to be genetic. Starting as a constant pressure to maintain a particular look or lose weight between the ages of 16 to 18, people with anorexia suffer from chronically low self-esteem. They think that they are fat and looked down upon when in reality they are not. It has been reported that among people, women tend to suffer more from disease, though cases among men are also reported to be on the rise. People suffering from anorexia tend to conceal their dietary habits from others and often do not follow a balanced diet but project otherwise. Symptoms of this serious mental ailment include forgetting to eat, eating tiny portions, avoiding any fatty food, or stressing too much about calories in food items. Many affected by anorexia also suddenly feel that they have eaten too much and resort to substance abuse to curb hunger. Checking one's weight frequently or looking at oneself constantly in the mirror, feeling nausea or dizziness, hair fall, and rough skin are also signs of anorexia, which can also lead to many other mental illnesses such as chronic depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and self-harm. People suffering from anorexia often do not seek professional help, nor do they like to talk about it. It is necessary for the person suffering from anorexia first to accept there is a mental issue. They need to focus on themselves in order to recover and recuperate. Psychologists and nutritionists can help a great deal in healing this disease. Our body needs the three essentials, carbohydrates, fats, and protein adequately to function, and a lack or complete loss of any of these vital nutrients can lead to life-threatening health problems. Sometimes our passion to be lean can have counter effects and cause many serious diseases. Therefore, it is paramount that we eradicate the perception that lean is mean. The true fitness of your body matters more than anything else. It is also crucial to follow a well-balanced diet to stay fit. The breakfast of a king, a lunch of a prince, a dinner of a pauper. Whoever said this understood the foundations of prolonged life and a healthy body and mind. The concept behind it is quite simple. As the active hours of the day begin, we need all the energy we can get to perform tasks and function. By midday, we need to replenish the lost energy. And as we enter the inactive hours of relaxation, we need just that little push to maintain the balance of our physical and mental selves through diet. It is a common suggestion that we should eat food rich in nutrients, but we often get confused between a healthy and an unhealthy diet. Following a nutritious and balanced diet is very important for good health. But what does it constitute? A balanced diet includes all the essential nutrients, carbohydrates, fat, protein, minerals, vitamins, and other acids in sufficient and proportionate amounts to keep the body maintained and healthy. In addition, a balanced diet should contain bioactive phytochemicals such as fiber, antioxidants, and nutraceuticals that have been shown to affect health positively. A balanced diet, according to proven reports, should provide 60 to 70% of total calories or energy from carbohydrates, 10 to 12% from proteins, and 20 to 25% of total calories from fat. While 1,200 to 1,500 calories per day may be sufficient for women, 1,500 to 2,500 calories daily are necessary for men. Calorie requirements can also change according to a person's age and body. Therefore, proper professional advice is very helpful in understanding individual daily requirements. We have discussed what a balanced diet should be, but it is equally necessary to understand the essential nutrients that make adequate nutrition. Think of your body like a motor car. It has a solid body, a muscular shape, a beating heart in the engine, and tires for endurance and performance. To maintain the car for prolonged periods, it must be maintained and serviced by oil changes, adding body padding, or having the engine checked. Our bodies, too, are like a car that needs energy in the form of carbohydrates to run, muscle from protein to strengthen it, and fats and essential minerals to maintain flexibility and smooth functioning of the organs that come from fats. Protein. Proteins are the building blocks of life. They help strengthen our muscles and hence are inalienable to a balanced diet. But intake of adequate protein in the form of poultry or fish depends on a person's age and physical activity. Experts recommend a daily intake of protein that is relative to your weight. Proteins rebuild muscle tissue that is lost during strenuous physical activity. So if your goal is to put on muscle, you can add more protein to your diet by including dairy products, eggs, and lean meats. Carbohydrates. The primary energy source for our body, carbohydrates are essential in maintaining health and building our immune system. It is wise to understand the difference between good carbs and bad carbs. Brown rice, low-fat milk, potatoes, and bananas are good carbs, while fast food, fried food, sweets, and oily delicacies make up for bad carbs that can harm your health. Minerals. Some essential minerals our body needs are iodine, iron, calcium, and potassium. They help maintain good blood flow and also strengthen the bones and muscles. Due to a deficiency of iron in the body, the blood and hemoglobin levels begin to deplete. To counter this, the consumption of spinach, beetroot, pomegranate, apple, pistachio, amla, dry fruits, and green vegetables can be added to a balanced diet. You can also add dairy products, pulses, soybean, green leafy vegetables, peas, legumes, peanuts, walnuts, sunflower seeds, and oranges to your diet to counter calcium deficiency. Fat or sugar. It is a common assumption that fats must be avoided to stay healthy. On the contrary, fat and sugar are essential for health, though consumption of these essentials should be moderate. A small amount of fat produces fatty acids, which the body cannot make itself. Fat helps the body absorb vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E. These are fat-soluble, meaning they can only be absorbed with the help of fats. Vitamins. These are organic molecules that are essential micronutrients that we need in small quantities for the proper functioning of our metabolism. While some, like vitamin D, are important for the skin and bones, some are needed to strengthen immunity and maintain blood levels and muscle quality. Good sources of vitamins are fruits and vegetables like spinach, lemon, and carrots, dry fruits like walnuts, and meats like fish and poultry. Fiber. Put simply, dietary fiber is a non-digestible carbohydrate found in foods. The bacteria that live in the human body outnumber the body's cells 10 to 1. Bacteria live on the skin, mouth, and nose, but mostly live in the gut, primarily the large intestine. This is not a bad thing. In fact, there is a mutually beneficial relationship between you and some of the bacteria that live in your digestive system. Like any other living organism, even bacteria need nutrition to function and survive, which is where fiber comes in. You provide food, shelter, and a safe habitat for the bacteria. In return, they care for things the human body cannot do alone. Of the many different bacteria, some are crucial for your health, including weight, blood sugar control, immune function, and even brain function. It is essential to consume fiber for stronger immunity. Health authorities recommend that men and women eat 38 and 25 grams of fiber daily. Green vegetables. Make green vegetables a part of the diet to provide essential nutrients to the body. Green leafy vegetables like spinach, coriander, and greens should be included in a balanced diet. Apart from this, it's also imperative to have carrots, cucumber, beans, and other vegetables for good health. Fruits. Like vegetables, fruits should also be included in your diet. Not only do they contain essential nutrients, but they have antioxidants and also get digested quickly. Fruits have sucrose, which spikes the energy levels in the body. Water is life, as simple as that. We need water to sustain our health, for the lubrication of our joints, and for the delivery of nutrients and oxygen in the blood. About 60% of the adult human body is made of water. Along with a solid diet, Drinking at least the recommended 4 liters of water daily is necessary. Lack of water in the body can lead to constipation, dehydration, and even stroke, so treat water as the essence of life and consume it in the form of pure water or fruit and vegetable juice. Ayurveda recommends that food be consumed according to season, physical composition, and discipline, but not everything is good for our health. Timely consumption of nutrition is key to maintaining good health. So let us first explore what you should eat and the right time for eating it. According to Ayurveda, our food should include the 6 vital dietary essences or rasas. These are sweet, salty, sour, bitter, pungent, and astringent. A balanced diet is one that has all of these rasas. Overcooked food and junk food are never recommended in Ayurveda. Vegetables should not be overcooked because the vital nutrients in the vegetable are lost when overheated or deep fried. The best way to consume vegetables is by boiling or steaming them instead. Take a pack of processed food products and you'll find that the sodium and sugar levels are through the roof. If you want to stay young, fit, and agile for a long time, then it is highly recommended that you avoid packaged food and make fresh, home-cooked food your preference. Even to avoid metabolic diseases, only fresh food should be consumed. Fresh food maintains healthy digestion, which is vital to good metabolism. Ayurveda recommends that bread and porridge made of bran flour be consumed regularly. Wheat bran is highly nutritious and an excellent source of fiber. It also helps digestion and cardiovascular health while reducing the risk of breast and stomach cancer. Using honey or jaggery instead of white sugar and sweets is another excellent option. It is also recommended that one should not drink water along with food. According to Ayurveda, water should be drunk half an hour before and half an hour after consuming food. These guidelines have proven to be highly beneficial to health, as they help with the digestion of food and properly and effectively extract nutrition that is absorbed well into the body. I'm sure that now, after understanding the connection between food and health, you would have understood the importance of a balanced diet. Along with a balanced diet, it is also essential to change the routine to stay completely fit. It is popularly known that a healthy sleep pattern is most important to stay fit, agile, and energetic with proper diet and rest. In the next episode, we will discuss how diseases can be avoided by keeping ourselves physically active. Who doesn't want a financially secure future? But to achieve it, all of us are stuck in the relentless loop of a race against time. A race to get ahead, earn more, achieve higher standards, and settle down. But in this non-stop hustle, many a time, at the expense of living a comfortable life, we take our bodily health for granted. But how will you achieve your goals unless you pay attention to your mind and body? For this, it is vital that you also maintain an active lifestyle along with a healthy diet for physical fitness. Many of us do not grasp the importance of staying active. We develop many health problems over time, especially as we age. Therefore, to stay physically fit, it is crucial to adopt a combination of the proper diet, regular exercise, and rest. Diet contains calories that provide energy to our body, but what happens when the body has used up an adequate amount of calories to function? Where do the remaining calories go? Well, they get stored in the body as excess fat. Therefore, engaging in physical activity like working out at the gym or playing a sport is very important to burn off fat. Stored fat can create a lot of health problems, from diabetes to heart conditions and blood pressure. To curtail these, let's understand the importance of an active lifestyle. Regular exercise ensures that our body is energetic while maintaining our cardiovascular system. When we exercise, the calories consumed are burned and hence have no side effects on the body. Physical activity also strengthens our bones and muscles. Over time, we can handle and balance heavier loads. All of us weigh, and with physical exercise we can carry our body weight easily over time. Right from childhood, if one is active, agile, and playful, one can develop a strong body and powerful immune system. Exercise also helps you sleep better. Through any form of resistance training, like playing a sport or hitting the gym, the blood circulation in the body is improved. This is why a fit individual can sleep well and feel fresher and more energetic in the mornings. The metabolic system of the body is also greatly improved through exercise. This happens because the body burns or expends calories very quickly, because of which one's digestion is also strengthened and helps to stop gastric problems as well. Exercise is highly recommended for not just improving our bodily health, mental agility, and reactive power. Exercise has also been proven to save people from diabetes and cancer. Now the question is, how frequently should you exercise? Do you need to lift weights every day, run miles, or sweat it out through the week? The answer is not necessarily so. One can achieve fitness goals just by exercising just 3 days a week. When you exercise, you also feel hungrier, but the calories the body consumes are also easily burnt. This also helps in weight loss and maintaining fitness goals. Through physical exercise, calories are converted into energy instead of being stored as fat. And due to this, the weight of the body is kept under check. If you feel less hungry, you should exercise regularly. The American College of Sports and Medicine recommends exercise for people aged 19 to 64, while students must exercise at least 120 minutes weekly. Health experts recommend about 150 minutes of moderate or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise weekly. Exercising on the weekends or even 1 to 3 days a week has the same benefits as daily exercise. Taking the time out for yourself and prioritizing yourself is key to achieving a mental and physical transformation. Researcher Gary O'Donovan and his colleagues at England's Loughborough University Medicine Program analyzed data from health surveys of more than 63,000 people in England and Scotland. People who said they exercised only 1 or 2 days a week reduced the risk of early death from any cause by 30 to 34% compared to inactive people. At the same time, this risk is reduced by 35% in people who exercise daily. Research has shown that people who exercise for 150 minutes a week get almost the same benefits as those who exercise daily, are less prone to heart-related conditions and ailments, and cut out the risk of death by about 40%. Here's some interesting trivia regarding fitness in India. Did you know that bodybuilding in India in the 19th century owes a larger share of credit to Professor K.V. Iyer, a physician to the Maharaja of Mysore? Being a South Indian Brahmin, Iyer forbade meat. He was a complete vegetarian and teetotaler. Grains like unpolished rice and ragi were his dietary staples. Vegetables, fruits, and buttermilk provided him with enough nutrients. Professor Iyer started Hercules Gym in Bangalore in 1930 and trained more than 25,000 students through this gym. He believed in imparting education through demonstration and explanation. Those who couldn't enroll in the gym learned through correspondence. For outstation students, Iyer had set up a lodging facility as well. Undoubtedly, the Hercules Gym played a focal point in Indian bodybuilding history as it guided bodybuilding initiates with the right information. In 1938, Iyer wrote a book called Chemical Changes in Physical Exercise in English without realizing the profundity of his work. In 1940, he was aptly awarded the doctorate from Missouri. I'm sure that right now, after having realized the value of physical exercise, you're already on your way to the gym. In the next episode, we will discuss activities that can help us keep fit. Do not go anywhere. Take care of your body. It is the only place where you have to live. This quote by the famous American entrepreneur, Jim Rohn, implies that no matter how busy we are, we must prioritize our health. It is nearly impossible for everyone to go to the gym and follow a disciplined fitness program. In the case of women specifically, many of whom are professionals and homemakers, they do not get enough time to go to the gym every day or join a class. However, this does not mean we can ignore our health and stop caring for ourselves. Health is paramount, and we all have to take it seriously. Daily exercise is necessary for a healthy lifestyle, and you can keep fit at home. The key to achieving any fitness goal is discipline. Understanding techniques and basic routines can help maintain a healthy mind and body. For instance, cardiovascular exercise can be performed by jogging, speed walking, cycling, and swimming, which, besides keeping you physically active, also protect you from many physical ailments and diseases. By performing cardiovascular routines for as little as 30 minutes every day, you can lose weight while controlling blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure, and keep your body stress-free. All these can improve your endurance and help you avoid major problems like heart attack and stroke. Meditation. Yoga and meditation are excellent options to keep yourself mentally and physically fit. Meditation keeps both the mind at ease and the body fit. While meditating, the body remains relaxed and releases endorphin, the happy hormone. Meditation helps us to control negative thoughts and strengthens our focus and concentration powers. Select a peaceful place for meditation as it leads to healing the entire body. Research has proven that people with high blood pressure, heart disease, anxiety, stress, and depression can heal themselves through meditation. One study has shown that if you meditate regularly for 8 to 9 weeks, you will feel inner peace, your memory will improve, and you will also feel more energetic. All it takes is 15 minutes of meditation. Walking. Many of us find walking tedious and time-consuming, but it is one of the best ways to maintain weight, stay agile, and keep our joints well-serviced. If you dislike lifting weights, then walking is your best bet. A 20-minute walk under the morning sun has proven to bring about many positive changes to the body. With repetition, any physical activity becomes easier to perform. With the help of mobile applications, you can track your steps and the calories burned. A good target is about 10,000 steps a day. Yoga. Yoga has long been considered a better replacement for weight training to keep fit. It does not require traveling to a gym and can be performed in the comfort of your home cost-free. You can keep your body fit by performing simple poses and routines. Besides enhancing physical energy in the body, yoga also helps with mind-muscle connection, improves muscle memory, and greatly improves posture and balance while also helping with weight loss, depression, and other bodily diseases. Dance. Dancing is fun, but also a great form of physical exercise that burns calories, keeps your body active, and strengthens your muscles. If you find yoga, weight training, or walking boring, but want to keep fit, try dancing. Don't worry if you have two left feet. Dance for your joy, without inhibition, in the comfort of your own home, alone or with friends. Dancing also makes for great social interaction that curbs negativity and symptoms of depression. Dance and exercise combos like Zumba and aerobics keep the body fit and maintain our energy levels. Use the stairs. If you feel you are unfit and suffering from obesity, which is hindering your physical activity like going to the gym, then try climbing a flight of stairs up and down a few times a day. It's a great way to maintain a healthy heart, not just for the overweight, but for anybody. This is an excellent form of resistance training, where you use not dumbbells but your body weight to burn fat. Start today and watch those hips shape up. Get the perfect body shape by cycling. We put a variety of junk in our stomachs. Some of it is burned, while some is stored as fat, generally around the midriff. Cycling is a great way to condition the legs and burn off those pesky fat deposits. If you do not own a bicycle or do not have access to an area to cycle, you can simply lie on the floor on your back and raise your legs, alternating between the two. By performing this routine regularly, you will significantly reduce body fat over a period. Start with home workout. The world today has shrunk, with technology providing us with a universe of fitness apps and videos available online for home workouts. Many tutorials cover all types of exercise forms and routines, customized programs for individual fitness goals, diet plans, and nutrition tips that are free of cost. Bodyweight exercises like cardio, cycling, CrossFit, T-Rex, kettlebell, Tabata, and yoga are being adopted and practiced by more people today than before in the comfort of your home. You can avail of these programs, understand the foundations of physical training, and practice what you feel is right for you. The magic is that each of us is different and free to choose a routine or program according to our needs and goals. All it will take is a little discipline. In addition, when you work out with body weight, the muscles are also organically conditioned through natural motion, which curbs injuries caused by incorrect postures or excessive weightlifting. To continue resistance training at home, you need basic fitness equipment that does not require a lot of storage space. Try jump ropes, yoga mats, dumbbells, treadmills, resistance bands, etc. to help you with your routines. While physical fitness is essential, mental wellness too is inalienable to us. What should we do to stay mentally fit? All these questions are about to be answered in our next episode. Fitness is a state of mind. Your body won't go anywhere that your mind doesn't push it towards. In 2016, the National Mental Health Survey revealed a shocking fact. About 14% of India's population was reported to be suffering from psychological problems, which is clearly an alarming situation. About 2% of people in India are reported suffering from serious mental illness. The survey also revealed that every year, around 200,000 Indians end their lives due to mental problems like stress and chronic depression. This survey also revealed that 1 in every 7 Indians suffers from mental challenges, and this number doubled in the period between 1990 to 2017. The time has hence come to prioritize psychological problems along with physical fitness, because the body, after all, is a reflection of the mind. In a famous quote, Laurie Deschênes, the founder of the American self-help site Tiny Buddha, asserts, "You don't have to be positive all the time. Feeling sad, angry, annoyed, frustrated, scared, and anxious is perfectly okay. Having feelings doesn't make you a negative person, it makes you human. This means that it isn't necessary to feel positive all the time. Instead, it is okay if you feel scared, sad, hopeless, or upset at times. The emotional reactions don't make you a negative person. If anything, they make you a real person. Circumstances and situations are never the same for any two people, and it is not easy to always maintain a positive state of mind. It is natural to have problems in life, but if we cannot cope with those situations, we can develop very concerning mental conditions. Corona, while inspiring people to develop healthy habits, also unfortunately proved to be deadly for many. In the waves that followed, people were thrust into sudden economic and emotional crises, which they didn't know how to cope with. Many lost jobs, while others lost loved ones to the disease. Bound in an endless loop of progress and happiness, we have forgotten the value of small pleasures over time. Do you remember the last time you laughed heartily with your friends? Or when you opened your heart to a close friend or someone you love? Nowadays, youngsters are afraid to talk about their problems openly, as expressing themselves and dealing with even small issues has become quite challenging. In reality, mental problems arise when situations are neglected. By not expressing our deeper thoughts or feelings, many develop anxiety, anger management issues, chronic depression, and social isolation. Unfortunately, mental health is not prioritized as a serious condition in the developing world. According to a report by the World Health Organization, insecurities have increased among people through recurring waves of the pandemic, which worsen their mental health. Wave after wave, mental health issues only saw a rise of 25%. It is imperative to talk about mental health, as it directly impacts a nation's socioeconomic status. In many countries, even a special budget is chalked for contingency toward treating mental health. However, 71% of patients worldwide lack access to professional facilities, clinics, and treatment. The situation worsens in developing or underdeveloped countries where mental issues are connected with superstitions. Compared to the prior two, most patients facing mental health issues are reported in developed countries. But in the last two, where facilities and treatment are relatively scarce, cases are not registered, and only about 12% get adequate medical facilities. A recent study reveals that 1 in every 7 Indians reportedly deals with mental illness. The effects of the corona pandemic were not physical alone. In a survey of about 10,000 citizens, it has been found that 26% are facing mild depression, 11% are suffering from severe mental illnesses, and about 6% of people have also shown symptoms of stress. Depression, stress, and anxiety are all mental ailments. To avoid them, you must be aware of their symptoms and treatment. Stress is inevitable, whether at a job or home, but if a particular situation is troubling you repeatedly, it is a sign of severe mental disease. Stress not only affects you mentally, but can also cause skin diseases, gastrointestinal disorders, hair loss, headaches, and heart problems. Stress or depression is reported to promote negative thoughts that preoccupy us over time. Our mind is unable to work actively as a result, and sometimes people lose the ability to stay happy even during stress-free situations. There can be many reasons for the cause of stress or depression, such as the sudden demise of a loved one, divorce, or loss of a job. Any situation that profoundly affects us and cripples us emotionally induces stress and chronic depression. Surprisingly, even in youngsters today, problems like Alzheimer's are being reported due to increasing stress. Apart from this, loneliness and past setbacks or bad memories can also cause stress. People who have experienced bad things in the past are more likely to have anxiety and mental issues. Any addiction, whether alcohol or drugs, is also proven to be a major cause of mental illness. Prolonged illness or physical limitations are also contributors to excessive stress and depression. People facing mental problems sometimes cannot express themselves out of fear of social ostracization. Such individuals can be helped through solidarity, sympathy, and inclusiveness, with a willingness on our part to listen to them. Communication is half the battle won. Individuals who have psychological disorders can be identified through some of the following symptoms, such as recurring headaches, untimely or excessive perspiration, trembling in the body, being sad, lack of interest in any work or lack of focus, loss of sleep or even oversleeping, eating disorders, lack thereof or excess, short attention span or a deficit of it. There are some other symptoms too, and by paying attention to them, we can help someone. These include understanding oneself less than others, lack of confidence, lack of trust in oneself, irritability, feeling useless or indispensable, morbid thoughts or conversations, fascination with suicide or death, getting angry at something that makes you happy, speaking less. If you see such symptoms in someone you know, you must advise them to visit a doctor or talk to them and help them solve their problems. Stress and depression can be avoided by adding basic activities to one's daily routine, such as following a balanced diet and engaging in physical exercise or meditation for at least 30 minutes every day, along with developing a hobby like listening to music or making art. If you're worried about something, communicate. Be reactive about it and share your problem with friends and family. They will immediately make you feel at ease. Apart from this, walking barefoot on the ground or grass has also proven to be beneficial whenever you feel a little stressed. If you are under some stress, divert your mind by watching or listening to something funny. If you are not mentally fit, you will never achieve that growth and success in life for which you struggle day and night. It is essential to understand the relationship between mind and body. We have understood what mental disorder is, along with their impact on our personal and professional lives. But the question is, how do we keep our mind healthy and fit? Let's find out in the next episode. Food will never hurt you as much as an unhealthy mind. Just as we control our diet to remain physically fit, in the same way we also have to control our minds. We have to actively avoid negative thoughts so that we can keep ourselves stress-free. Negative thoughts harm the mind, just like junk food harms the body. If you do not feel healthy mentally and physically, you will not feel like doing any work, which makes the mind and body lethargic and pessimistic over time. Studies have revealed that you can perform tasks better when you are mentally fit. Keeping your mind fit helps to maintain physical fitness as well. It must be remembered that mental health directly relates to your body. If your physical health is good, your mental health will also improve. Mental disorders or inadequate mental health sucks the fun out of life and acts as a barrier to our happiness. If you're not physically healthy, it will also impact your mental agility, making you feel tired and exhausted. A physically inactive lifestyle is a perfect recipe for mental lethargy as well. It has been seen on several occasions that the act of message processing is adversely affected in the brain, especially in the case of inactive individuals, and its effects are visible in every aspect of their life. It is easier to take out some time for yourself than to do it. If you are an office-going person or own a business, you need to be constantly productive. However, you can only do so when your mind is calm. A study conducted in Britain on about 1,000 citizens hailing from different job sectors found that negativity in employers had led to a decrease in productivity. You will be surprised to know that an average human spends 46.9% of his brain power thinking about something other than work. That is, only about half of our mind is engaged in what we are doing. The other half is non-focused and busy thinking about other things, thus making us less productive. And due to this lack of focus, our productivity decreases. Matthew Killingsworth, the professor of psychology at Harvard University, says, "Peace of mind is linked to our mood. The calmer our mind, the happier our personality, the more positive we are, and the better our productivity." If you wish to keep your mind cool and calm, you have to pay attention to basic things, like actively focusing on your tasks when you're working in the office. Being a multitasker is good, but do not stress yourself by trying to do too many things in one go. Segregate and set your targets and try to achieve them individually. Handle any situation calmly and don't allow panic to grip you. By being aware of these factors, you can reduce stress levels and feel happier within yourself, as research has proven. Research conducted by Art of Living revealed that the productivity of happy people is about 12% higher than those who are unhappy or sad. That is, the amount of work done by a disgruntled employee in an hour is completed by a happy employee in 45 minutes. The quality of work of the happy people is also better. If you do any work that you enjoy, you will be able to perform better. Whereas if you work under stress or pressure, negative signals triggered in your mind will directly impact your positivity. That's why it is important to keep yourself happy while working and not take too much stress from work. Keep the mood of your workplace a little light. Do not work beyond your capacity while also keeping yourself energetic during your work. Through research on some of its employees, Art of Living found that taking a break during an activity is crucial to relax the mind. Most employers protest that whenever some employee misses the lunch hour, their productivity decreases. Since planning and working throughout the day create pressure on the mind, it is like the body must be rested frequently to avoid burnout. If you wish to keep your mind healthy, you definitely need to take some time every day for physical exercises. Always follow the formula of eat smart, think better in your life. To keep the mind happy and healthy, try to develop a good sleeping habit. Remember the proverb, your mind, use it or lose it. In an article published in Plus One magazine, it was stated that people indulging in a minimum 15 minutes of mental training activities at least 5 days a week had shown marked improvement in mental agility and capacity. In addition to puzzles, playing cards, and dancing, activities that help strengthen vocabulary can also help improve brain functions. Even teaching someone a new skill or learning something new can help keep your brain active. The more active and peaceful your mind is, the more productive you will become. Paying attention to mental health is important to improve your productivity. We often try a lot to keep ourselves fit mentally and physically, but we cannot achieve those goals. So let's find out tricks that can be adopted to achieve complete fitness in the following episode. Hello listeners, you are listening to How to Stay Fit in Our Busy Lives. Fitness is not a word but a lifestyle. We all face a common challenge in achieving our fitness goals, motivating ourselves. We mentally prepare ourselves to start tomorrow, but when the time comes, we start feeling low on energy or are now just mentally into it. Progress begins out of the comfort zone, and just like anything else in life, you will need to put in that added effort in the interest of your health and fitness. But how? Follow a fixed routine. You must create a fixed one for yourself. Prepare a disciplined schedule that is comfortable for you. If you devote 60 minutes to your fitness, you can mix and match alternative exercises between cardio sessions. 20 minutes of strength training and a high-intensity training program can be included in the interim to tone the body. Pay special attention to eating habits. A good diet is the key to a healthy lifestyle. For this, it is vital that you eat food on time and keep your body physically active as per your diet. Plan your diet according to your fitness goals. You must keep two things in mind. First, never keep yourself hungry, and two, neither should you overeat. Eat in the right proportions, and do not commit the mistake of performing any exercise with a full stomach. This can result in a negative impact on your body. For post-workout snacking, mix dry fruits rich in proteins and vitamins. There should be a gap of at least 2 to 3 hours between your meals and your workout. If you are to do an intense workout, you can have nuts, boiled eggs, or even a small banana as a pre-workout snack. Start with small goals. To connect yourself with a fitness regime, start with small goals. Never set targets that you cannot realistically achieve or complete. Begin with walking or running for 15 or 20 minutes. You cannot do a 5-kilometer marathon on day one itself. At the onset, pay more attention to the fact that there should be no mistakes in whatever exercise you are performing. Set small or realistic goals while adopting healthy habits as well. Start with friends or family members. Whenever we work out with our friends or family members, we tend to enjoy them more. But remember that the person doing the workouts with you is also serious about fitness. When you work out with a friend, you are also better motivated. Give activities the same importance in life as your diet and rest days. Understand your body clock. We all have different lifestyles. Not everyone likes to wake up early and go for a walk. Some people don't like waking up in the morning at all. We all have our own body clocks, and we need to understand this. If you are a morning person, keep your workout session in the morning when you are full of energy. According to experts, you should exercise only when you feel most energetic to get the best results for your efforts. Follow a workout program you enjoy. If you want to keep yourself connected to fitness activities for a long time, follow a tailor-made routine. Everyone has their own choices. Some enjoy running, while some enjoy slow walking. Some like to sweat it out in the gym, while some are happy working out in the open, like on a beach or in the park. So choose a workout that you naturally enjoy. Always keep yourself motivated. Fitness is a long-drawn process, and you cannot achieve good health in a day. That is why it is crucial to keep yourself fully motivated. Always read fitness-related blogs or follow fitness-related people on social media to keep yourself motivated. Scroll through health websites and wellness apps and read stories of people following a good fitness routine for a long time. Patience is golden. When we start exercising, we start thinking about the results immediately. If you have developed a good habit, then have the patience for the results to show. The results of exercise are not immediately visible. Slow and steady always wins the race. Just observe and feel your changes every day and do not let yourself off the track. Instead, strictly follow your fitness routine dedicatedly. Great Indian sages have said, the first key to happiness is having a healthy body or kaya, while the second is having wealth or maya in the pocket. But if kaya or your body is sick, how will you earn money or progress through life? Even if you have means and money, it is of no use to you, as when a chronic illness strikes, wealth cannot help. The coronavirus is testimony to many people who had everything but lost to weak immunity and erratic lifestyles. The fruits and wonders of life can only be enjoyed when we have health. Only when the body is healthy will we be able to enjoy life. Roaming, laughing, joking, worshipping, praying, or entertainment, etc., can only be enjoyed by a person with good health. That is why everyone must understand its vital importance. Any person falls ill on account of four reasons. Firstly, because of weather-related infections. Secondly, due to intake of unhealthy food and drink. Thirdly, from stress and anger. And last but not least, from insomnia. Mother Nature cannot be controlled, but we have control over the other three aspects of our lives as humans. We have to decide what we should eat or not to ensure good health, and that is not too tough to understand. Our elders possess a lot of knowledge about healthy and organic diets. They all know which vegetable or pulse causes gastric problems and when to eat a certain fruit. Not only this, but they also know when you have breakfast, when you should take your lunch, or when fast knowledge is available today at your fingertips. So why wait? Several kinds of research have proved that tension causes several chronic diseases. If you have a disease, you get more worried. It is the same with anger. Psychologists say that tension and anger are enemies of humanity, and anyone with these two needs no other enemy. You must have heard the phrase, worry is like a funeral pyre. Except that while a funeral pyre burns a person only after death, worry burns a person alive, slowly. Good sleep is the elixir for good health. Due to mental conflicts, worries, sorrow, grief, unnecessary arguments, and negativity, our entire system is shaken. Our breathing and heartbeat become uneven and uncontrollable, leading to sleep disorders or insomnia. If you want to eliminate this problem, try simple solutions like the pranayama or meditation. Try adopting a habit of reading about good health. If you do not have access to hardbacks, try ebooks. There are guides galore on the internet that provide help and very helpful tips that help in dealing with health problems. Expand your understanding of organic home remedies, Ayurveda, and yoga. To adopt a healthy lifestyle, you only need to make small changes in your everyday habits. As mentioned before, eating on time, taking out at least 30 minutes daily for physical activity, and getting good sleep are all vital to achieving a healthy life. If you are stressed or depressed, communicate with your close friends or family. Remember, keeping our mind fit is just as important as our body. When you feel that you are mentally and physically fit, you can also give 100% to any task. Be warned that ignoring your health is the biggest crime, and you are your maker or culprit. The amazing thing is that we as humans have the gift of choice, and choice is key. Choose to be healthy, fit, and live a prolonged and stress-free life.